Just leaving. I thought you would take some time. Hello?
Yeah, hi again.
Yeah, I'm just leaving. I just thought you would take some time. That's why I joined.
No, it's fine. Hi, Farah.
Hi. Just a
Very
minute.
good evening.
Good evening. Just
How are
one.
you all good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Yes, we can see you well, Farah. That's fine. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, Farah, thanks a lot for joining us today on the Vidphone Show, where this show currently is dedicated. We have been talking to a lot of women entrepreneurs, celebrating their journeys, their stories, why they chose the path they are doing, and, learnings, key learnings and takeaways from your journey, which we feel would somewhere benefit, other entrepreneurs. Your journey can be a role model story for them. So for us, even if today talking to you, you sharing your journey on this platform benefits even one person, it's a success for us. And thank you so much for reaching out to us and agreeing to share your story on this platform. And thank you to all our viewers who have joined us today. We are. I'm sure we're going to have an interesting discussion with Farah. Farah, another thing, we have this now live on all our social media channels as we go live on Vidphone. Simultaneously, we are live on LinkedIn, Facebook. So in case you want to share, the links, you can please feel free. So Farah, I would start by asking you about yourself, a little bit about yourself. What do you currently do? Just not just professionally. You want to share something about you personally? Please feel free, and we'll start with that.
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Ayushree, for inviting me on this Vidphone show. And it's great to be a part of the inspiring women's session, 13, I guess. So I feel very privileged with the fact that I originated a company called NUTRIBS, which is helping many people with skin and health issues. So
Yes.
this is a body to soul brand. We have brought a monopoly concept of combining merging skincare and nutrition with some proven efficacy, which can help people to solve their health issues. And we have
Yeah.
services and products as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Farah,
So
pretty
we are
interesting.
available. Yeah, we are available on our own e-commerce site. Plus, we are also available on other marketplaces as well. Like you have this Amazon, Flipkart, and we are
Yes.
soon going to launch offline with 22
Okay.
stores in South and in
Okay. Oh,
major
wonderful.
marketplaces in Bangalore as well. Yeah, and we are also
Okay. Okay.
available on some of the derma clinics in Mumbai.
Okay, okay. Lovely, Farah. Lovely to know about your journey. Farah, here I would like to know, why skincare? How did you, choose? Because all of us also know, now you already told us a little differentiator when you were speaking that, you have combined skincare with health.
With
And
nutrition, yeah.
that makes it a little holistic approach because I've also seen on your Instagram where you say, the first skincare brand to give diet plans. So I think
Exactly.
that stuck me, that line. So Farah, why? Because otherwise we know skincare, it's a pretty crowded market. I mean, and there's so many. So what do you think is your differentiator? How have you been able to get NUTRIBS to where it is today, and what has played like as a differentiator and helped you in that success, basically?
So it's not even a year that we have launched our
Yeah.
products.
Yeah.
It's not exactly skincare. We are more concentrating on research, health and wellness. As a health and wellness
Got it.
company, skincare is
Okay.
a part. And we have
Got it.
services like diet consultation and mental fitness services, where we have RDs and doctors who work to give the services to the clients. So I can
Okay.
say that it's because of my previous job, and also I'm having a passion about skin. I mean, about health science field, especially. Prior
Yeah.
to this startup, I was working with Northern IT Services Private Limited in the leadership role, managing 400 employees. So my
Yeah.
core knowledge was into basically people management and strategy
Yeah.
building. So this was
Yeah.
that was that time I had a chance to actually observe the employees and the patterns and their behaviors, and I found one thing that they weren't actually concerned about their health as how they are concerned about their performance or their hike or their
Yes.
appraisal. So like it happens with all the companies, right? The employees just
Yeah.
rushes into the office without even, I mean, by skipping their meals. So
Yes.
along with
Yes.
this, I also noticed that many underperforming employees gets into this anxiety and this
Yeah.
pressure very easily. So I thought of
Yeah.
bringing some services which will help the corporate field, and also I have the products along with the services which can benefit them
Yeah.
at affordable cost. And we are
Yeah.
also having tie-up. I mean, we are also soon going to have tie-up with corporate companies to give these
Okay.
services to
Yeah.
the employees. Yeah,
Yeah.
and products are available to the consumers on all the
Got it.
platforms.
Yeah. No, lovely, Farah. And a very key point you raised there. If the health is wealth, right? We always say that. And if your health is ultimately, you are not taking care, or these small things like skipping a meal, or not working out, or not. I mean, no, I won't say working out means hitting the gym, but any kind of physical activity, or you're not taking enough care of your body, it will ultimately show, in your performance, in the work you do, etc. And so, a very key point there. And the market that you have chosen, I think, is another a very key area where this is very needed, right? Like
Yeah.
the combination of your products, your services. I mean, that's a perfect combo to
And the awareness of the nutrition is also very less in India. If you see, the
exactly.
scope is very less. This is kind of risky also for me to bring this new
Yes,
concept. But yeah, I'm
yes, yes. So
challenging
it's
myself to
also
take this risk. Yeah.
no, obviously, because it's for greater good also, right?
Mhm.
Plus, so you are kind of trying to figure that product market fit also. Getting this entire concept into the market is also a
Right.
challenge there. I mean, that you
Right.
are still going through. But
Mhm.
kudos, Farah. Lovely to know about
Thank you.
your journey and how you started NUTRIBS. Farah, 500K followers on Instagram, less than 1 year is what you said, right? So,
Mhm.
what would you like? What was your growth strategy that you used for social media? All of us know that social media, and especially LinkedIn and Instagram, obviously both serve different purposes, are very key.
Right.
For any brand to grow today, and at least not for the awareness, which is the most important thing, right? So, what has been your takeaway? How have you been able to achieve this growth in such a short period of time?
So before even we could launch the products, we had like a pre-launch events and some of the giveaways and
Correct.
things like that. We were doing different types of campaigns in order to gain the
Mhm.
social media followers and the influences
Yeah,
as well. Like if you see,
yeah,
before even the launch, we had so many content-related stuff which we used to like spread awareness
yeah,
about the health and
yeah,
wellness. We had a content creator team when we had the procurement stuff going on. We around 6 months we spent in making the formulas with the procurement team, and
okay,
simultaneously we had the content creators who were engaging in all these social media platforms. We
yeah,
were balancing both, and then we
both,
had some level of followers when we were about to launch, hit the launch. And then when we
yeah,
launched the products, we immediately had many people, many orders, and we had many influencers and even the customers giving reviews, and we encouraged them, we requested
yeah,
them to review on the Instagram so we can gain even
yes,
more followers. And
more
whenever they
followers,
got the products, we requested them to it's like a word of mouth. We told them to
yes, yes,
invite their followers to buy the products, and that is how we gained.
yeah.
And
So
it's because
your
mainly
strategy,
because of the content marketing, I guess.
content, yeah.
Yeah,
So the campaigns and the content. So your
exactly.
strategy, and I think pre-launch, right? What you said, so that
Yeah,
build up
pre-launch.
people looking forward to it, right? And not waiting until the launch to actually start marketing
Exactly.
has really helped your brand. Yeah. No, Farah, wonderful. Farah, now, we spoke a little about your journey. And I would also like to know what was your inspiration behind this specific industry? Obviously you did mention, you saw people around you, employees not taking care of their health, or that the experience you got. But is there anything you'd like to add there, an inspiring moment, or
So
that moment where you
actually,
thought that yes,
not
you wanted to do
not
this?
for real. Anything inspired me. I chose this sector just because I was
You
confident.
saw the gap.
I'm confident in the line of work. Perhaps when you have knowledge in certain
Yes,
field, you will get that confidence to initiate the work. So
yes,
certain problem that I found, and with that confidence, that since I'm in the health science background, and we made a solution
yeah.
for this. Yeah.
Yeah. No, lovely, Farah. So, Farah, any role model, someone you look up to, and it's not just a professional role model I'm asking you here, who has been a support in your life. You have done different roles, right? And you can also hear, I mean, you have shifted from a job to being an entrepreneur, which is a pretty different, both are very different fields. Your journeys are also different. So maybe actually I'll just go back a little and ask you this first. How has the shift been? How has the between a stable corporate career and being an entrepreneur? And who has been your biggest support, in these throughout this transformational journey? or someone you look up to personally or professionally?
So about the shift, previously also I was in the leadership level post, and I
Yeah.
was managing the people. The only difference is the management, plus I have my own products and services now, and it wasn't
Yes.
quite easy for me, though I had the passion of something into the health science. I had to face
Yeah.
many challenges, in the initial stage. Then now we
Yeah.
are in a position where we are stabilizing things and the
Yeah.
routine of our day-to-day life.
Hmm.
Professionally, I have all my teams who has helped me.
Yeah.
Since you're asking me about the inspiration, like all the teams who worked with me, like the technical team, and the social media management team, and the procurement team, which is the main part. So they all really
Yeah.
helped me in making the company stable and to improvise the company. And personally, of course, my mom and my husband, who really helped me with the mental support, which is most needed for any
Yes.
woman. Financial
Yeah.
support is per se not very much in the priority line, but mental and the verbal support, which is very important, which I got from my husband and from the family. Yeah.
Yeah, no, wonderful, Farah. And like you said, financial is just one part of it, but you need that, your support system, your inner circle, where while you're doing something like this, because there's already a lot going on professionally, right? Like there are so many challenges. So if you have that support from your family or, your closed ones, it just helps a lot in the journey. So Farah, I would come back to, we have spoken about your journey. We have spoken about why did you choose this field a little. I mean, your. So now I would also like to know any customer story that you remember. I know it's not been a long time. Any customer story that you'd like to share, which made you believe that yes, like this is the right path. You want to, which has motivated you to keep going. One or two customer instances if you want to share with us.
Many customers, like I don't actually get directly to interact with the
Yes.
customers, like wherever B2B, wherever we have given the products, and some of the dermatologists have given the reviews, and they happily send the screenshots that the patients are very happy with the products,
Yeah.
and that is what is giving me, motivating me every day to grow
Mm.
up bit by bit. Yeah. And I have
Yeah.
these people customer reviews as well in the
Yeah.
sites. And apart from that, when the dermatologist itself comes up and gives a review that they are also
Yeah.
using the products because they like it, especially one of our best selling product, which is the hair serum. They are using it as after treatment for the controlling the frizziness of the hair. And
Okay.
even the
Okay.
effervescent tablets, the health supplements which we have for the hair fall control, and even for the health, for the well-being. Yeah.
Yeah, no, wonderful, Farah. And like you
There are so
said,
many at many instances. We had also the, funny customers, I can say, customer experience where we have this one of the office fancy office number 900 300 301. That's the customer support number. I have the
okay.
access to that number. I have the access to see the messages which comes up on that
Yes.
number, where we
Yes.
have our representative who will actually
Yes.
interact with them. And one of this, I still remember this customer who asked me, like who asked the company actually,
Support.
"Hey NUTRIBS, why don't you have many products in your website?
Uh,
Why do you not
okay.
come up with many products?" In the initially when we were, I mean, this message we got it when we started the business. Initially, when we had
Okay.
few products online,
New
and that
products. Yeah.
customer wasn't aware of the services. Actually, these customer experiences and the criticism are really very important. Like
Helps.
we really
Yeah.
value this, is helping us to after this, you'll not believe, after this message, in fact we updated that we also have services on the website. It was
Yes.
not there actually. Then we updated after
Yes.
the customer. Like this many customer experiences we have, we kind of improvised our service. Customer criticisms are like, I mean, the customers are like your
Are the end
company's
goal. Yeah. For any
volunteers.
business.
Yeah,
Yes.
they will
Yes.
work with
Certainly.
you and they will help you.
Yes, yeah. So that's why we also say, right, focus groups. That's why some of your customers, meeting them, taking feedback from them while you are still iterating on the product or your service. It's very crucial, right? I mean, because they are actually the end users. So the feedback they give you, and like you said, this was such a small thing, right, to update your website with services,
Yeah.
which came from this comment. Maybe some customer had, he might not even have thought that this would actually lead your brand to update the website But
Right.
yeah, I'm sure, I mean, this is very an
We
important
did
part of the
have different services which we were giving, but we dedicated that website only for products. Then we
products. Yeah,
realized then showing up what more we are doing will actually
yeah,
gain more popularity, and then
gain
we went
popularity.
and updated. Yeah.
Yeah, and would also help you get more customer segments, right? Suppose somebody is looking for
Right.
products, and more make it a more integrated platform is what I look
Correct.
at it as. No, correct, Farah. So thanks, Farah. Farah, now let's talk about a few challenges you have faced. We have spoken about the good side of things. We have
Mhm.
spoken about a little customer, but I'm sure it's not been an easy journey. Like for any entrepreneur, it's not. So what has been your challenges, if you want to, some general challenges, or as a woman, if you have, ever felt additional challenges, anything you'd like to share on the challenges, and how have you mitigated them? What are the steps you have taken to come over them, or you still continue to take on your journey, so that
The
others can also
challenges, yeah, the challenges as in limitations of fund is the major challenge which we are having now, and we are looking for investors, and we are also finding ways where the company is right now bootstrapped, and we are looking
yeah,
for more investors, whereas we can expand the services and the product level what we have. So
yeah,
this is the only challenge we have faced. And
correct.
in the procurement line, yes, initially to bring a proper quality product, we had to wait for a very long time. And the time actually that it was like from 6 months to 9 months we waited in order to make a proper formula, which is
Mm,
actually giving a very good quality product in terms of fragrance and in terms of quality of the product as result. So we have made a
yeah.
92% result-based product by after doing samplings with many people, and we have with dermatologist tested product and also Ayush certified products. And even
Yes,
to wait for the certification, we had some challenges to get some of the certification. Now everything is done and clear.
in place. Yeah, the
Yeah,
work has finally paid off, basically. Yeah.
yeah.
So that commitment and that patience is also
The
required,
patients.
right, for people starting out in a segment like this, because obviously quality is what is going to help you sustain, right, for long. So I'm sure, I mean, that patient and commitment must have been a challenge in the sense, obviously, I mean, no, you were looking forward to it, but still that takes up a lot of your time. So people should have that time in mind, to be able to give that time while they are starting out something like this. No, thanks, Farah. Farah, a little bit on communities. I see that you are a part of the Founders Feed group, or you're part of Inspire, where we both are a part of, which Kanchan runs. So what? And I'm sure we are part of so many other groups, but these were the two common groups I've found within us. So what has been the role of community in your journey? How have the communities helped, being a part of these communities or others? What are your thoughts on that?
That's an interesting question, and it's a very different question. I usually go to events and sit on panel. I usually get questions like challenges and stuff, and there's
Yeah,
something very different where most
yeah,
of them avoid to actually probe these questions.
yeah.
Community is networking is actually a major. It plays a major role for any
Yes.
entrepreneur. Um, 79% of women actually believe that networking is valuable in terms of getting the progression in your business. If you want to
Yes.
progress in any business, then it's mandatory for you to join in all the communities, available communities, and
Yes.
not only it's not only to promote your business, it's also to get help
Yeah.
from the community. You also
Exactly.
get to learn many things and get different types of helps, right? It depends on which lobby you choose. If you're into a relevant lobby, then definitely that's going to pay off.
Yes. Yeah. No, Farah, and that's the entire idea, to create this
Yeah.
communities, not just so that you can sell your products, but that you build your inner circle, you actually collaborate. Collaboration
Yeah.
is the way forward. You might meet someone who you can collaborate with and work together. All these communities are because of that. You can seek support while needed. Obviously, there might be 50 communities, but you choose which ones would be beneficial for you, and you move ahead. So
And
for us
actually,
also.
to say, after the Inspire community, we got many contacts, we got many
Yeah.
networks by that. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Certainly, it's a very strong and beautiful community that Kanchan has built,
Yeah.
and so many women, lovely women across industries are available there. And yeah, so why not, why not take the benefit? And so network of networks, right? That's what we say. You become part of one network, and that it's a ripple effect, right? You get your work gets, people get to know about, and in turn you also help them. It's a two-way thing. So, and for us also, Farah, we at Vidphone also, we do these shows to get people together. That's like building a community on our platform itself. So, so that we can, this is just, so that people, entrepreneurs or leaders can come and share their stories, and, we can see how we can collaborate, work together, etc. So thanks, Farah, for those key points. And so two things, Farah, before I have my last two questions for you, and it's been a very interesting chat. Before I also ask you to show us some of your products, I would obviously go there. But before that, Farah, two things you'd like to tell aspiring entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, like two takeaways from your side, that they should look out for or keep in mind while starting out.
Okay. So you mean the women, you're talking about the women entrepreneurs, what they should look out?
Yeah, I mean, that's your, you
We
want to
all,
just,
yeah, whenever
yeah,
we face, since we were talking about the challenges as well. So one thing I missed out on to say, maybe I will tell that now. So whenever any women entrepreneurs faces any challenges will come up. Taking it in the positive way is one thing that any entrepreneur should look for. Like,
yeah, yeah,
any challenges come, it's like you're in the middle of the sea and you don't know swimming, you don't know how to swim, and you have to either, I mean, you have to swim, I mean, you have to try
yeah,
until you survive, right? So that is
yeah,
what you have to do for with any challenges. You have to keep
yeah,
on doing it until face that challenge and overcome it until you survive that phase. And when you fall behind, and say when you're, there is another thing which I would like to say, this is quite funny. If you're on the road and you suddenly fall and you get, I mean, before you get embarrassed, that you just look for people that they are watching you and immediately you get up, right? Like that, in real time, when you fall, you should immediately get up before,
yeah,
yeah, before even something hits you more. You should immediately get up, and before even accepting, you shouldn't accept the failure. You should try
yes.
again and again, and continue until you get that success.
Yes. No, Farah, you call it funny, but it's a beautiful example and very relatable, I think.
Yeah.
That's the best way you can explain someone, right? With such a simple life example. No, thanks, Farah. Farah, my last question to you, it has been so interesting talking about your journey. My last question to you is a very key question I've asked, some of the people, women I have interviewed. And this, in fact, very surprisingly came out in one of the sessions itself. I won't, while we were talking, we were having some discussions on financial independence and women empowerment. There was, and I always ask this. What is your thought? Are these two related? Do you consider that if a woman is financially independent, she is empowered, or do you think these things are two not very related things? It's not necessarily that if someone is independent, they are empowered. What are your thoughts on this?
So my thoughts on this is, financial independence is something like when you have enough money for your personal needs,
Yeah,
and you have
yeah,
certain amount for your savings as well, and when you can bring it out of your own energy, then that is what is the financial independence is.
yeah,
Like, women empowerment is different from financial independence. Like, many people misunderstand about the women empowerment. They think
yes,
that women empowerment is something they do everything equally to men. Like, men is
yes,
doing this, let's also do that. I mean, we have to get the rights of men, we have to do equally what men is doing.
yeah,
So that is
yeah,
not what women empowerment is. Actually, women empowerment is something that anything, any woman, like, so every woman has their own choice and will, right?
yeah,
Anything any woman wants, this will or wants to do as per her choice, and she is having the courage and the rights and the support to do that
yeah,
particular
yeah.
thing, then that is what is the woman empowerment is. Like,
True.
yeah. So
So it's your
financial
own.
independence, of course, finance is something, I mean, I can say that I mean, it's my opinion, I consider that as a
No,
least
obviously, that's
priority.
what. I mean,
Yeah,
and there's a small example that was shared. Suppose a woman is really financially independent. She can go and
yeah,
get a new car today, suppose. But she still feels like she should maybe. I mean, sometimes there's that thought where in families that she should ask her husband or her father, or to
Exactly. See,
take the final decision for her. So still, so that's like, she is independent, so she has the money, but she's still not being able to, she's not in an environment where she's being able to take that decision. So there is that misfit between independence and empowerment, and both are equally
exactly.
important, like you said, at their own places, but not necessarily both are related. I mean,
Exactly.
that's
Not necessarily they are related, because financial independence per se, everyone likes to have it, but there are some women who like to be dependent, right? And you cannot,
yes,
at
yes,
that point, you
they have
cannot
a choice.
force them to be independent. And there
Yes,
are women who like to be independent. Same goes
yeah,
for them. We cannot force them to be
to be
dependent.
dependent. Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is
So
what
it's a
is
choice.
women empowerment is actually like. The women should have the ability to do what their choices are. If they are willing to be dependent, then they should be able to. I mean, if they are willing to be independent, then at that time they should be able to. And in that case of dependency, of course, the everyone should support her to be
Yeah.
dependent also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes. So there's no one right way. I mean, it's ultimately empowerment is the women or anyone being able to make their choice, the
choice only.
choice. So that's wonderfully said, Farah. So, Farah, thanks a lot. We come to the end. I come to the end of my questions with this question, and I think you have beautifully crafted your entire journey in this interview, starting from how you started to how what was the pre-launch phase, post-launch phase, and, the various things you told us about the platform, about your site, basically, services, products. Farah, anything you'd like to share about what's next for NUTRIBS? What's the next? Where do
Yeah,
you
the
see
next.
NUTRIBS? Yeah.
Yeah, the next for NUTRIBS is we have been doing online all this while, and we are looking forward to move offline now. We are going to be available. I mean, we are going to be seen on 22 stores very soon, and expanding the same is the next progression, I guess. So we are expanding offline. Our visibility online with offline will increase now. Yeah,
Increase. Yes, yes.
our
No, all the best.
availability also.
Yes. All the very best for that, Farah, and wish you all the luck and success. Farah, would
Yeah,
you like to show us some of your products? Maybe, we have, if you
yeah,
have
yeah.
anything, or
Sure,
talk about one, two products. Yeah. And maybe share a link where people can actually, the viewers can actually go and, buy that product,
sure,
something. Yeah. You can share the link
sure.
on the chat while you're showing us the product. Yeah. We'll just
Yeah,
end
the
with
link
that.
the link to access is www.nutribs.com, nutribs
Yes, I'll
nutribs.com.
just put it on chat for
Yeah,
you, www.ibs.com, right?
nutribs.com.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, and would you like to show us some products that people can, one, two, your best sellers that people can go
yeah,
and, buy there?
yeah, sure. Just a minute. Fine.
Yeah.
So these are some of the products which we have, and these are the health supplements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you want to tell us maybe about one or two products that people should definitely go, two products among these
Yeah,
that
so
people
these are, yeah, these are
can check.
basically Ayurvedic products, and these products are approved and certified by the State Ministry of Ayush,
Yeah.
and especially the best-selling products which we have, the hair serum, which has the oils, which are oil-based hair serum. Even the oils
Okay.
are essential oils which are made with very good fragrance, which will actually give you soothness to the soul as well. That is
Yeah.
why we have the tagline of the body to soul brand. And the uniqueness between our products and other products is like you have in our products we have the essential oils, the fragrances which you get will actually soothe your stress level. I mean, it will reduce your stress level, and it is very good for your soul as well, apart from being
Yeah.
good for your skin. Yeah.
No, lovely,
Mainly, it's
Farah.
the fragrance which you will get it in luxury hotels. So
Yes.
you will have that type of fragrances, and that is the reason we have made all these small mini packs, so people can
Okay.
actually use
Carry
it. Yeah,
them.
people can actually try it before using it. These mini
Oh, that's
packs, I
lovely.
mean,
That's a very good
we are
concept.
very confident about the product, since because of the fragrance and because of the result it gives, and that is why we have these mini packs which people can use
Yes.
it and try it and then
Yes.
buy it.
Yes, and these are very travel friendly too. Obviously it
Yeah,
helps
travel
people to
friend.
know what they would like, but they can also get these because these are very travel friendly. So lovely, Farah. We would love to try some of your products. And I'm sure
Thank you.
the audience who are viewing us today, they would go to your website and hopefully buy some. So all the
Sure.
best, Farah. Thanks a lot, for giving us this interview and taking out time to share your journey with us. And I would like to tell you that, if some of your friends or you want to share this with your network, please feel free. The recording would be available on the same link as soon as this is over, so they can directly access it. We will be putting out a lot of clips from this discussion, on our social media, so that, it can go, so that you can reshare it easily. So please feel free to reshare it so that, a lot of other women entrepreneurs can benefit from what you shared with us today. Thanks a lot, Farah. Have a lovely evening and look forward to collaborate more in the future.
Sure. Thank you, Ayushri. It was a great session though.
Thank you so much, Farah. Thank you. Take
Yeah.
care.
You too. Bye.